Hi viewers, I welcome you to this Programming World channel. So in this channel, we posting videos to help you to learn uh, programming and also problem solving skills. So in that perspective, now we plan to post the C++ programming elements based videos also. So this is the very first video we are going to post to discuss about the C++ programming and its syntax. Okay, so now we move to this video session. So C++ language, it is what an extension of C programming language. So it supports both structure oriented and also object oriented programming approaches. So structure oriented in the sense by using what the functions and also other programming elements what we have in our C to design our application. But whereas in C++, we can use functions and also we can go with what the object oriented approaches. It is a very advanced one. So with the help of that, the applications can be developed very effectively, and it reduces the complexity of the development, and which ensures what maintenance also. So these are all the very important uh, what activities in software development. So C++, that is what the very first one, which supports to implement object oriented programming very easily. We have some other object, I mean, before C++ also, we had some programming languages are introduced, but compared to them, the C++ it is what actually very simple to follow because it is an extension of C programming. So what kind of style we had in our C programming, which is C++, which is what very similar to the same C programming syntax, but little bit modifications. So easily we can implement our programming in C++. Okay, now I come to the syntax, how you have to create your C++ coding uh, coding application. Okay, so here you can see that very first you have to use include the header file, that is what IO stream, that means input output stream dot h. So here everything is what object. So in a stream you can find different kinds of elements, items can be flow. Okay, so in that perspective here, IO stream, which is what used to have the objects which can able to take any different kinds of data and which can be processed in the application. Okay, afterwards if you have any functions or what any class elements, then you can declare them. Afterwards, yeah, you can have the main function definition as we have in our C programming. Okay, now here you can find a simple example how the C++ programming structure. Okay, so you can find hash include IO stream, or you can include IO stream dot h also. Okay, in some IDE that may not be required. So just through the compiler, the IO stream can able to identify for mapping our objects what we are using in our program. Okay. So now I would like to discuss about how we can take the input and also how we can send the output to the output screen by through the C++ programming elements. Okay, because instead of discussing empty program, if we go with what input output statement, then it may help us to understand how we have to implement our code for from taking the input and also what doing the computations or some kind of process and finally sending the output to the output screen. Okay, right. So here you can find the input statement which can be useful for this. So that is what console in. Okay. So the console in, that is what C in object, it is used to take the input from the input device. Then the syntax of this is what actually C in, then variable one, variable two, like that. Here you can see that this is what actually an insertion operator. Okay, so this insertion operator, it takes the value from the object C in and it sends the data to what the variable. So in which order you feed the data in the console, the same order that will be taken to initialize in the variables. Okay, so what order we have provided in the C in statement, that will be initialized as per the input given in the console screen. Okay, so afterwards, you can see how the output could be made in the sense. So you can find cout object. So cout object, that is console out object, is used to send the output from variable to the output device. The syntax of this is what actually here we have cout, then extraction operator. This is what actually extraction operator. Okay, so after then we have to use the message and then the variables as we have discussed in the C programming syntax. Okay, so the extraction operator, it is what extracting the format of the data what is given in the cout statement. Okay, it extract the message and also the variable data values which can be displayed on the output screen. Okay, that's why it is known as what extraction operator. Whereas in console in object, it is what insertion operator. Why? In the sense what data which is read through the console in object, the console in object it is having the data that will send that will insert the data to the variables whatever we have given in the cin statement. Okay, so now I would like to demonstrate how it works in our dev c++. Okay, so here in this environment, as I mentioned that I have included the header file like io stream. Okay, so no need to use like .h here. After then you see you can find one important statement here, that is what using namespace standard. Okay, because the c in cout are what actually objects. These objects are from which base, so that base is what actually standard. Okay, if you not use this, what happens? No, you will get the error. Okay, you can see that I just show that how what is happening if you not use the standard namespace here. You can see that cout was not declared. Okay, uh, you can find such kind of things. You see, I will show that. Okay, yeah, now you can see that. Okay, it is what actually cout was not declared in this scope. Okay, cin also. Okay, it is asking what you see, it is giving. You can see that in this next stdiocot like that. Okay, so we have to. Okay, so we have to use the std standard namespace. Okay, uh, which helps you to take the, you can see that, you see cout that has to be used, so which is what actually from io stream. So you can see the system standard space to be used here. So what we have to do is simply you have to enable them. If you not, you see, if you're not using namespace, then what we have to do, no, explicitly we have to make like this: std cout, then std cin, then std cout. You see, in all the lines we have to use like that. So multiple, it is what actually many times we have to use wherever you are using cin and cout, we have to use this syntax. Okay, this is what actually scope resolution operator, double colon scope resolution operator. Those I will discuss in our coming videos. But now you take this double colon operator, it is what linking this object to this class. Okay, so again and again we have to type the same wherever we are using cin and output, I mean output statement and also input statement. So to reduce the burden, what we doing, no, so simply we use the syntax, that is what using namespace standard statement. So this namespace, what is doing in the sense, so wherever you have cin cout objects, those will be mapped to what standard class. Okay, so that is the exact purpose of using this. Okay, right. And now I come to this main definition part, and also how we can take the data like integer data type. So the people, those who not knowing data type, integer data type, so please visit the video already posted in C programming library or playlist. There you can find what is the meaning of integer data type and how it works in our C and also C++ programming environment. So kindly please watch the video to learn about the data types, and we have videos for other different data types also. Please go and watch that. After then you come to implement the come to this video to learn about what c++ and also how we can take the input and also how we can send the output to the output device. Okay, right. So now we come to this. So to display a message to the user, so what he has to do with our program, so that is what the behavior. So for the case, you see we are using cout statement. So enter a number. Afterwards, cin, that is the input statement. So here after the insertion operator, we have to give what the variable name. So here you can see that when you take, if you take this code in c, so we have to use like scan of the format, scan the format. Afterwards, the format specifier like percentage %d to be used because it is an integer variable. Then ampersand data. So these kind of things we have to use in our C programming to represent the kind of data to be read, and also the reference operator to be used for what, storing the values in the memory place. But whereas when it comes to what C++, no need to worry about those kind of things. Simply you have to use only what the scene object and also the insertion operator. Afterwards, you can take the variables. So with the help of that, what happens? No, you can take the data very easily, so no need to worry about the format specifier what to be used. Okay, so it is very easy to implement and also very easy to what follow. Okay, right. Now you see the output statement cout. So here you can see like entered a number, then we have to use extraction operator, then the variable which has to be displayed on the output screen. Okay, when it comes to what output statement in C, we have to use like printf, then value. Okay, that is what a message. So value or entered number, which is equal to percentage d. Afterwards, the data to be, I mean, the data in the sense the variable has to be given. So here also we have the burden, that is what the format specifier and also what whether we have to use ampersand or not. Like that, we have some kind of issues in this. I seen many of the people mistakenly they are using what spaces in the scanf statement. Okay, or else they may use what new line character or tab character to take the data. So due to that, some kind of corrections may be happen on reading the data. But whereas when it comes to C in and C out, so you don't get such kind of issues, because this syntax, it is what very simple to follow to take the input also and also sending the output to the screen. So C++, it is what very easier to follow, very easier to do the applications, and it supports what object-oriented programming. So due to that, we can implement high-level applications very effectively. Okay, I hope you people understand how the C++ programming syntax can be made, and also how we can reduce our burden in what taking the input and also displaying the program output on the screen. So now you can see the program execution of this simple program what I discussed. So now it is asking us to give a data. So I'm giving a data like 100, then enter the number is what 100. Okay. So this code is simply what about how you can take the integer data and also what about the input output statements to be used for what having the interaction and also showing the output on the output screen. Okay, I hope you people understand about the difference between the C and C++ programming syntax, and also you come to know about what is the exact role of C++, where we can use the C++ programming to develop the codes very effectively. I hope you people enjoy this video. If you like this video, please click on the like button and also share this channel with your friend circle to learn the programming very easily. Thank you for watching this. Thank you.